Hey guys, today I got a 2009 Ford Superduty that I have the HVAC case pulled out of, and I want to show you while it's out a few different areas of problems on these and how to fix them while it's still in the vehicle. And the main problem is this right here. You see all this dirt plugging up the evap? This can get so bad that there's little to no airflow going through the evap, or you have poor cooling inside the vehicle, the AC. And this is how packed they can get. So I'm going to show you today how you can get in there, kind of blow it out and break it up so that it's still functional, because you got to realize all the air that comes into the vehicle passes through the evap first, no matter what. And this illustrates it very well right here. Now this of course is an extreme case, but you can see the air from the outside through the wiper cowl comes in and it gets blown out through here, and it goes in this big chamber right here, and this is where the evap goes. So all must go through the evap before it goes into the rest of the case here for heating or otherwise. And you can see just how bad it is down in there. And that's all the chunks of debris that fell off of the face of it when I pulled it out. So it was a lot worse than that. It had all of that packed on top of it. Now the other thing about evaps is when they run, they produce moisture. Therefore, water and the dust equals mud, and it'll just literally cake up on there. So, how do we fix that? Well, I'm going to show you. Alright, down in the passenger side footwell, underneath you look up under the dash there, and you'll see the blower motor right here. We need to take this out. And in order to do so, all you got to do is pull this crossover right here, this little air crossover off. You squeeze in these two tangs. It comes off, okay? And this thing has no screws in it, the blower motor itself. All it does is twist and pull out. And then it comes right out. So what you can do while it's still on the vehicle, you only took the blower motor out, that's all we did so far, is get a long air wand like this up in there, just be mindful of the fins on there, and start blowing it out. And the best time to do this is when you haven't run the AC, because you don't want to be all muddy from the condensation on there. You want to be nice and dry like this. Now you're probably wondering, that's great. Now what we do with all that debris we just knocked off of there? Well, you have a few options. What I would do is stick a vacuum up in here as far as you can go, so you can get over to here and suck out the majority of the mud, all the fine powder, chunks, and all that. And then I would do a combination where I actually stick a garden hose down in here with a sprayer nozzle up and through here. You get it over here, and you spray around in here and get it all so it turns into a liquid like mud, and you can flush it all out of here, because the bottom part of this case here, the focus, is one piece, so it's completely waterproof, and then it'll come right out your drain. Now the other thing that's common on these is for all this debris from the defroster vents falling straight down through this hole right here to all the mode doors on here. You can see them all, and that'll stick the doors open or closed, and certain functions won't work on here. And that was the case on this one, besides all the debris in there. Now besides the evaporator face on there plugging up with dirt and causing no airflow, there really isn't any other major issues with the HVAC cases on the Super Duties. There's no doors that bind or fall off unless you got pins and M&Ms stuck down in them like this guy did. There's temperature blend door actuator failures here and there, but all Ford vehicles have that problem. I guess if you are experiencing this where you have the evap face full of dirt and you're like, that's the cause, well, you need to fashion an air filter, a cabin air filter, on top of the air inlet under the wiper cowl here, and use some double-sided foam tape, put it around the perimeter of the cabin air filter, clean it up obviously, stick it down on there, and then after that you should be able to just change out that cabin air filter every once in a while. And of course that's a lot easier and a lot less messy than going after that.